Two more months for you. Look at the number of the students joining. I was waiting that everyone to come. So far only 15. Okay. So I think you have already got the portions, correct? So you have only one chapter. So study well. Which chapter? You check the WhatsApp, whatever I said. I will not tell you. For what then WhatsApp is there? You have online classes, and every day you have to check which are the things our teachers have sending. I will not tell you. Everyone on the video? Yes. Oh, what color? So only one chapter you have to study very well. Force and laws of motion. Okay, children. So see, maximum questions can come from that. Out of 25 questions, all 25 questions from one chapter. So nothing to skip, nothing to miss also. So see that you study well. Still there are 2 more weeks to go for your test. That is October 5th it will be starting. Okay. Okay. So we are already started our gravitation chapter. We are moving on to it. So everyone just go through. We just explained to you what do you mean by gravitation. What is written in your lecture notes? Sorry. Read what you have written in the last class. Rohan, can you read what we have written in the last class? Can you hear me? Yeah, all of you take your notes. We have just started what is laws of gravitation, universal law of gravitation. What is that? Eva, can you read? Fisan?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you write handwritten or typed your assignment?
Am I going to send in your WhatsApp again or photocopy with?
No. I am asking you, have you typed your assignment or you written?
Which written?
Handwritten. Yeah?
What? I didn't understand.
Your assignment you have handwritten or you typed? Did you type it or you handwritten you have given the assignment?
Written.
Written by hand. So you send in the WhatsApp.
Okay.
Take the photo and send it. Clear?
Okay.
Okay. So I know still there are Krishna and all your activity. I did not get it. Krishna, Nabil, Godwin, Rachel. How many have brought the activity today? Means last.
Ma'am, I sent in the email now.
Email send it. Okay, don't wait for me to ask because this mark is added.
I had sent.
Those who have sent and some of you have showed
Yes,
me in the last class. Did you show me the activity in the last class? Yeah, some have showed me, some did not do. Okay, so those who send it, you don't have to show me. Others, if you are finding difficult sending, bring it in the class and just open and see me. Okay, Fizan, do you have activity with you now?
No, ma'am. That is
okay. So you can
today I will send WhatsApp.
You send in WhatsApp. Others you can send it in the class and show me. The people, those who have sent it to me personally, no need of showing me. Eva and all already send it early, and Isha, all these people. Okay, so rest of them, bring it in the next class. That means next Monday, and you have to just open and show me. So 9A and 9C and all I have ticked like that. So for you also, you bring it in the classroom and we will be turning it. Those who send personally, no need of bringing others. Okay, even Angela also sends, I got it. Yeah, those who have got, I already ticked and kept it. Yeah, for rest of them, please bring it. Okay. So, the last class we studied about gravitational force. Can you tell me something you remember about gravitational? Eva?
I'm pulling down.
Ah, okay, pulling down. Another point, Eva?
A new chapter only.
Huh?
New chapter.
Where? We didn't start the chapter gravitation.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Last class, then what we were doing it? Test, class
Test.
test.
Yes, ma'am.
Ah,
Yes, ma'am.
Uh, just so confused. Okay, maybe 9 and 9C I started. Okay, okay. So we are moving to the next chapter. Sorry. So next chapter, chapter 10, gravitation. So all of you take your notes. That's why you are keeping good. You should have told me no, ma'am. You did not take class. How will you tell no?
No.
Because you don't know whether what is going on in the class. How can you tell me? Huh? Otherwise, you should have told me, no, ma'am. So last lecture note. So last class we have the class test. Oh, I forgot about it. Okay. So chapter 10, gravitational force. Chapter 10, gravitation. Chapter 10, gravitation. Okay. Okay, children. So, there are so many things are happening around us, correct?
Yes,
And some easy thing is now during the rainy season, you saw so many trees. Because of the breeze, trees might have fallen. The leaves might have fallen. The branches might have fallen. What would be the reason for it? What do you think? Why the trees are falling during rainy season, or when the heavy wind is there, or cyclone is there? Why the roof and everything is flying? Can you tell me that?
Gravitational force pulls.
Gravitational force. Is the gravitational force is acting upward, Fisan?
No, ma'am.
So what would have been written? In which direction gravitational force act? Usually. You have learned in the first chapter.
Downwards.
Downwards. But during heavy breeze and everything, what happened? Some of the trees are fallen down. Some of the roof sheets are flew away. So what must have happened? There is a reduction of gravitational force. Yeah, that means there is some forces acting against the gravitational force. Yeah. So, gravitation force is the weakest force in nature. So far, we have learned about everything in our life is fully dependent upon gravitational force. No. So last 8th standard, you studied frictional force. And we learned electrostatic force. We learned about magnetic force. So many different forces are there. But why the sheets and all these things are flying away? The reason is that it is not only Earth is attracting the object. It is not only Earth is attracting object. Now you are learning every object in the universe. Every object in the universe attract each other. Do you agree that? Every object means you attracting the table, chair, any object which is surrounding you. Did you agree that? Did you agree? Do you agree only Earth is attracting you? What about other objects are not attracting? I'm not talking about emotional attraction. I'm talking about the scientific attraction. According to laws of gravitation, every object in the universe attract each other. Do you agree? Yes or no? Do you agree?
No, ma'am.
No. Okay, Fizan. Why don't you agree? Why don't you agree?
In earth, things will not attract.
Attract. Will not attract. Okay. Anyone have any other answer? Navaneet, do you have any idea? Okay, Fizan has told his idea. What about others? Navaneet is in the waiting room. Nabil, what is your idea? Do you agree that every object attract each other? Say. If you say only, I can proceed with the class. Tell me. Yes or no? Nabil. Godwin. Children, you open your mouth. See, every time I am
Yes, ma'am.
talking, it's so boring. Yeah, tell me. Do you agree with that concept? Every object in the universe attract each other. Huh? Nabil, are you saying something? I can't hear you.
Ma'am, can say one more time. Your voice is breaking.
My question is, every object in the universe attract each other. Do you agree with this statement? Do you agree with this statement? That is, you are attracting the object around you.
Yes, ma'am.
You agree. Okay. Suppose you agree, why the objects are not sticking to your body? Why the table is not sticking to your body? Why the book is not sticking to your body? Suppose you are agreeing to this. All these objects should be stick to our body, correct? Just like a magnet. They should attract. But why? What do you think so? What must have been reason? Just think about yourself. Say whatever is the wrong in your come to your mind. Everyone. Yeah. So Nabil told that I agree. Every object in the universe attract each other. Now my next question is that if they are attracting each other, why don't these things are not sticking to our body? Your table is attracting you, even striker is attracting you. Every object in my body, okay, specs, everything is attracting, but it is not sticking to your body. Everyone think about it. Rohan, what is your idea? What must have the reason? Say in your thing. What would be the reason? Why it is not sticking to your body?
Force.
Nihal, are you saying something, Nihal? Are you saying something? Okay, Lena, what's your idea?
Due to gravitation.
Due to gravitation, okay. What about Iva? Tell me.
Because of gravitational force.
Because of gravitation, okay. Partially correct. Anuj, what is your idea? Why don't the things are not attracting your body?
Because it's not magnetic enough.
Yeah, okay. You're correct, children. There is a gravitation is the reason. But what is the reason? I'm coming to the point. You're partially correct. At least you have said something. So the reason is that, my dear children, see, Earth is something big. Earth is a something big object. Object means it's a huge object. So if you think about mass of the Earth, is our mass or Earth mass is more? Our mass or Earth mass is more?
Earth mass.
Earth mass is more. Okay, so that means gravitational force is depending upon the masses of the object. For example, if it is our Earth, this is our Earth, and so many objects are here. So many objects are here. Okay, so this is our Earth. Earth is big and we all are living on the surface of the Earth. We all are living on the surface of the Earth. So table, chair, everything is there. So we believe that Earth is pulling us towards the center. So gravitational force is the Earth is pulling us towards the center. But we are not actually coming to the center of the Earth. We are only just standing or we are just living on the surface of the earth. The reason is that while you attract an object, either you attract the bag or either you attract the table, you attract the one object here. At the same time, earth is pulling that object towards its center, and you also pulled by that object in the center. Okay, so that is the reason we are not sticking it. That means you are not feeling. Gravitation says that every object in the universe attract each other, but you are not feeling it. If you are feeling, then you should have told because of we also attract objects. We are attracting the objects, correct? But what is the happening here? Earth has huge mass, so our mass and object mass is very much negligible, or it is very, very less when we compare with the mass of the earth. So suppose I am attracting this object towards me, and this object also attracting me towards it. But that's not happening. This object is not sticking to me. This is remaining in my hand. Nothing happened to this object. If I keep it on the table, that will remain on the table. If I keep it on my head, it will remain on my head. It has no effect. Even I attract, no effect. The reason is that mass of me and mass of this object are negligible as we compared with the mass of the earth. Okay, so when I am attracting this object, at the same time earth is pulling it. Earth is pulling this object and me also towards its center. So this is the reason we don't feel it. We don't feel that you are attracting the object. But this is what is happening in our life. That means gravitation force fully depend upon the mass. So the object with a heavy mass will pull the objects towards it. So earth, as we compare to all the objects, earth has a greater mass. So that's why it is pulling all the objects towards it. So you cannot pull, you cannot feel it, the attraction between you and the objects. So this is the truth. That means gravitation force is fully depending upon the mass. Okay, so let us now go through the first point. First point of gravitational force, that every object in the universe, every object in the universe, every object in the universe, attract each other. Every object in the universe attract each other, but it depends upon two things. It depends upon two things. It depends upon 2 points or 2 factors. It depends upon 2 factors. First factor is mass of the objects. Mass of the objects. First factor is mass of the objects. First factor is mass of the objects. That means heavier the mass, that means heavier the objects, greater the gravitational force. Heavier the object, greater the gravitational force. Greater the gravitational force. What's the matter here? Stuck. Heavier the mass has created the gravitational force? Why these things is coming and irritating? It comes in between. Okay. So first factor, mass. First factor, mass, that is heavier the objects, gravitational force will be greater. Okay. Second factor who want to second factor, we are moving on to distance between the objects. Second factor is distance between the objects. Distance between the objects. Distance between the object. So as the distance between the objects, increases, gravitational force decreases. If distance increases, gravitational force decreases. Okay, so these are the two factors. One is mass of the object, other one is the distance. So as the heavier the mass, gravitational force increases. If the distance between them increases, but the gravitational force decreases or vice versa. Okay, so on the basis, we are coming to the law. Just like a first law, second law, we also have another law. So that is known as Newton's law of gravitation. Newton's law of gravitation. So what is Newton's law of gravitation states? That is the universal law of gravitation, also known as Newton's law of gravitation. According to Newton's law of gravitation, we are getting a point. Every object in the universe attracts every other object with a force which is directly proportional to product of the masses. That means gravitational force also we represent with the capital F, same. We use the same sentence of force which is directly proportional to mass of the product of the two masses. For example, myself, I am an object and a table is an object. Then M1 is my mass, M2 is the table. Okay, so it is directly proportional to M1, M2 and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between. That is distance between me and the table. So that is universal law of gravitation. The universal law of gravitation states that every object in the universe attracts every other object with a force which is directly proportional to the product of the masses and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. Clear? Okay, children. So, by combining this proportional, we are getting an equation that is F is equal to G M1 M2 by D square. G M1 M2 by D square, where G is known as gravitational constant. G is known as gravitational constant. G is known as gravitational constant. It's a standard value. It's a standard value. And the value of this G, capital G, we are not talking about small g. We already learned small g. Anyone remember what is small g? First, acceleration due to gravity. Yeah. But capital G means it is the proportionality constant. So it has a value. So what's the value? It is, the value is equal to, gravitational constant value is equal to 6.7. 6.7 into 10 to the power of minus 11 Newton meter square kg square. So that is the value of the gravitational constant. Once again I write it a little more louder. So G, the value of G is 6.7 into 10 to the power of minus 11 Newton meter square kg square. Newton meter square kg square. So it is a value, is a standard value. So if you want to do the problem, you want to find the gravitational force between you and any object. First get the mass of yours and mass of that object. Multiply it. And then after multiplying, find the distance between you and that object. Take the square. Then finally you will get an equation this. M1 M2 by D square. M1 is the mass of you, M2 is the mass of the object, and D is the distance between both of you. Okay, so this is universal law of gravitation. Yeah, so what is universal law of gravitation? Once again, every object in the universe attract every other object with the force and which is directly proportional to product of the masses and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. So we have got an equation F is equal to Gm1 m2 d square. So what is the application? What is the use of this gravitational force? You already know. The first use, earth. Our earth is binds. The force that binds us to the earth. This is the application or importance of universal law. We can live on earth because of the gravitational force. The force that binds us to the earth. The force that binds us to the earth. So this is one of the important point of gravitational law. You can live on the surface of the earth. And depending upon it, we have seasons. Our life is revolving around the gravitational force of the earth and the seasons because of its rotation. Autumn, spring, winter, summer, all that. Okay? And this is sun and earth is rotating around the sun. Next is motion of the planets in solar system. Another importance of gravitational force, motions of planets in a solar system. One is the binding force between you and the earth. Another one, motion of planets in solar system. That's the second importance of gravitational force. Third one, third importance of gravitational force is that moon's rotation around the earth. The satellites and moons are rotating around the earth because of the gravitational force. So these are the important points you have to study. One is the force, gravitational force is the force which is binding us to earth. Next, rotation of the planets are in the solar system. And next one is the moon's rotation around the earth. Then last one, last important point is formation of tides. Geography you studied high tide and low tide, correct? So the last important feature is formation of tides due to moon and sun. Because of the gravitational force between the moon and sun and moon and the earth, there are tides. There are mainly two tides we have, low tide and high tide. High tide always come here when the moon is come closer to the earth. When moon is come closer to the earth, we will have high tide. Then moon is away from the earth, then we have low tide. So daily in the sea, you have two type of tides. Tide means rising and falling of the water. So this is the high tide. High tide time, you should not go to the sea because the water will come to the seashore. I don't know whether you experience. If you go by 12 o'clock afternoon, that is the time the sun is very close to the earth. And so our earth also experience a lot of gravitation force at noon, 12 o'clock at noon, sun and earth come little more closer. That is the time due to moon's gravitational force, we will have the high tide. So that is the time you should not go. Even morning, if the shore is empty, if you go to 12 o'clock in the seashore, wherever it was a beach was there, water must have come to that beach. Okay. Then towards end of the evening, you know the sun starts, earth is started moving away from the sun for us. Okay, for us. American people, that time it is going to be day. For us, it is going to be night. So that is the time earth is away from the sun. So gradually, this water which come to the seashore, it will return back to the sea. So by towards 3 to 6 o'clock, if you go there, the water which come to the beach must have gone inside little more. So this is more visible not in Kerala. It is visible in Mumbai. Mumbai, there is one place called Aligarh. I have gone in Aligarh, Alibag. Alibag, there's a beach is there. So when I went for a picnic, we have observed. By 6 o'clock and all, I can go inside the sea. No water at all. Even morning there was water, but if you go in that low tide time, there is no water at all on the sea. The water has gone acres and acres at the back. And Alibag is a place, they can see a fort. A fort is there, a British fort inside the sea. Okay. So, morning time and high tide time, you cannot go to that fort because it is inside the water. But towards end of 6 o'clock, like between 3 o'clock and 6 o'clock, you can walk on that sea. No water, you can go walk and get into that fort. Very nice, it's very beautiful. But you should return back before 6 o'clock. If you don't return, what will happen? After 6 o'clock, water starts coming back and you will be sinking. So these are some of the beautiful natural phenomena because of the gravitational force. Once in a way, you go to see that Alibag seashore, you experience this kind of phenomena. By 3 to 4, you can go to that fort, enter in that, enjoy the beauty. Before 6 o'clock, you run back to the shore. Otherwise, water will be coming back to you. So that's about this. Is the application or importance of gravitational force. Okay. So today that's up. We are going to wind up. So we have learned what is Newton's universal law of gravitation. Another thing, which are the 4 important application of Newton's law of gravitation. First one is binding force between us and the earth, between any object and the earth. Second point is that the planets, rotation of the planets in the solar system. Third one is rotation of the moon around the earth or satellites around the earth. And fourth one is the formation of high tide and low tide. So these are the 4 important significance or important features of gravitational force which is happening in the nature. Every time it's happening in the nature. Okay. So what is universal law of gravitation? Every object in the universe attract each other with a force which is directly proportional to product of the masses and inversely proportional to square of the distance between them. Okay? Okay, children. So we are winding up the session.